Finals week. You know the vibe. The library is basically a 24-hour city, caffeine is its own food group, and the pressure is, well, it's a lot. It feels like this massive academic storm, right? But what if you had a way to navigate it? Not just to survive, but to actually come out the other side feeling in control. Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today. Here's our game plan. We've got a 5-part framework for you. First, we'll get real about the challenge itself. Then, we'll dive into how to master your study methods, smarter, not harder. After that, it's all about the inner game, managing your mind. Section 4, we'll talk about fueling your body, because your brain needs energy. And finally, we'll put it all together with a winning strategy for exam day. This is your roadmap from chaos to control. Let's do it. Okay, first things first, let's talk about the challenge. If you're feeling stressed out, totally overwhelmed, maybe a little bit anxious about what's coming, I want you to hear this loud and clear. It is not just you. You are absolutely not alone in this. What you're feeling is completely normal. Does this sound familiar? That sense of impending doom? This is a direct quote from a law student on Reddit. And wow, does that hit home? It's that feeling that just paralyzes you, that spiral of what-ifs that can make it feel impossible to even open a book. And here are some of the greatest hits from that inner critic, right? Researchers at Griffith University pinpointed these as the most common stressful thoughts students have. I'm going to fail, everyone else has it figured out. In the moment, these thoughts feel like absolute facts. But here's the secret. They're not. They're just thoughts. And recognizing that is step 1 to taking their power away. So how do we fight back against all that noise? We get tactical. And that brings us right to section 2. Mastering your study method. This is not about locking yourself in the library for 18 hours a day. It's about making the hours you do spend studying actually, work for you. Okay, let's be honest. That column on the left, it looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? The all-nighters, just kind of skimming the textbook until your eyes glaze over. We've all done it. But the stuff on the right, that's where the magic happens. These are scientifically proven ways to actually learn and remember. Our goal is to shift your energy from the left column over to the right. So why is this shift so important? Well, check out this number, 50%. This comes from the work of a researcher named Herman Ebbinghaus, and it's kind of shocking. He found that without reinforcing what you've learned, you forget half of it within just 1 hour. Seriously, half your effort gone in the time it takes to watch an episode of a show. And it gets worse. Wait just 1 week. And a staggering 90% of that new information has completely vanished. This is called the forgetting curve, and it is the single biggest reason why cramming at the last minute is such a terrible, terrible strategy. It just doesn't work. So how do you beat the curve? With this beautiful technique called spaced repetition. It's simple. Instead of cramming it all at once, you review the material at specific, increasing intervals. Each time you review, you're hitting the pause button on the forgetting process. You're telling your brain, hey, this stuff is important. Don't throw it out. And that's how it gets locked into your long-term memory. Now, to make those study sessions really stick, you need focus. And that is where the Pomodoro technique comes in. It's a game changer. You just work in super focused 25-minute sprints, no distractions. Then you take a short 5-minute break. After about 4 of those cycles, you take a longer break. It's brilliant because it prevents you from getting burned out and keeps your concentration sharp. And hey, effective studying really starts with effective note-taking. You got to check out the Cornell method. You divide your page up into these 3 sections. The big part is for your main notes, but the magic is in that skinny column on the left. That's for cues, little keywords or questions. Later, you can cover up the main notes and use just the cues to try and recall the information. That's active recall, and it's so much more powerful than just rereading. What about studying with other people? Look, study groups can be incredible, or they can be a massive waste of time where you just eat pizza. The difference is structure. You want to keep the group small, 3 to 5 people is the sweet spot. Keep the session to a reasonable length, and the biggest rule, everybody has to show up prepared. Use your professor's study guide as your roadmap, and you'll turn a social hangout into a serious learning machine. All right, we've covered the tactics, the what to do, but that's only half of it, right? The other half of the battle is fought right up here, in your mind. So section 3 is all about managing your mindset and winning that inner game against the stress and the doubt. I want you to just let this quote sink in for a second. It's from a professor on Reddit. Yeah, it's a little intense, but it's such a powerful reality check. It forces you to zoom out and see the bigger picture. In the grand story of your life, this one exam is just a single sentence, not the whole book. That perspective can take so much of the pressure off. So the key is to actively talk back to that negative inner voice. When your brain says, I'm gonna fail, you have to consciously replace it. You say, no, I can do this. I've passed exams before. You're literally reframing the thought. You're taking back control of your own internal narrative instead of letting it run the show. That same professor shared this amazing analogy for mindfulness. Think about it. Your mind is like a snow globe. When anxiety hits, it's like someone shakes it up, a blizzard of worried thoughts. Trying to fight them or force them away just shakes it more. The only way for the snow to settle is to gently set the globe down and just let it be. You just watch the thoughts without judging them and let them settle on their own. And if you need something to calm you down like right now, try box breathing. It's super simple and incredibly powerful. Let's do one cycle. Ready? Breathe in for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 4. Now breathe out for 4. And hold at the bottom for 4. Just doing that a few times can totally reset your nervous system. You can do it anywhere. Okay, your study plan is solid. Your mind is in a good place. What's missing? The physical foundation. Your brain is a biological machine, and like any machine, it needs high-quality fuel to run properly. That brings us to section 4, nutrition and sleep. I know. It's so easy to just survive on energy drinks and takeout during finals, but your brain is a high-performance engine. You can't run it on junk. Simple swaps make a world of difference. Stock up on easy, healthy snacks like fruit or nuts. Plan a few simple meals so you don't just forget to eat. And please drink water. It's way better for sustained energy than the jittery roller coaster of too much caffeine. And now for what might be the biggest mindset shift of all. Are you ready? Sleep is not a luxury. Sleep is a study tool. It's not wasted time. When you're sleeping, your brain is working hard, organizing everything you learned that day and moving it into long-term storage. Pulling an all-nighter is like spending hours building something and then knocking it over before it has a chance to set. It literally defeats the whole purpose. All right, this is it, the home stretch. This brings us to our final section. You've studied smart, you've managed your mind, you've fueled your body. Now, it's time to go in and execute. This is your game plan for the day of the exam. This is the moment, right? Everything you've been working for leads to this. But the goal now isn't to cram or panic. The goal is to walk in or log on, feeling calm, confident, and ready to show what you know without letting the pressure get to you. So here it is, your final checklist. First, get there early. Avoid that last-minute stress. Second, as soon as you get the test, just take a deep breath and scan the whole thing. It helps you budget your time. Third, read the directions. It's so simple, but so many people mess this up. Then go find the questions you know for sure and answer those first. It builds confidence and momentum. And finally, if you have that moment where your mind just goes blank, don't panic. Just pause, do a round of that box breathing, and reset. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a final thought. Yeah, of course, finals are a test of what you've learned, but they're also something more. They're a test of your resilience, your strategy, your self-management. This is an opportunity to prove to yourself just how capable you are when things get tough. So go out there and show them what you've got. You can do this.